If you're from Louisiana, chances are your mother or grandmother had a great recipe for shrimp Creole, a dish with deep roots, embedded in the rich culinary tapestry of Louisiana Creole cuisine, with influences from France, Spain, and Africa. We're serving up one this morning that's Creole gold. It's the hero of the Holy Trinity, Chef Kevin Belton's take on a Crescent City classic, shrimp Creole.
How we doing?
Is this what Grandma used to make?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. This is one of those dishes where everybody makes it. Everybody makes it a little bit different. And I just wanted to show folks something that they could do that maybe they don't think about doing. So I have butter in the pan, okay? I have onion, celery, and bell pepper. But you notice I have different color bell pepper. One of the things that I've learned from some of the chefs that aren't with us anymore, like Leah Chase and Paul Prudhomme, and they always talked about building flavors. And instead of, we can throw everything in at once. But if you notice, I didn't put all the Trinity in. I saved out some of it. Because we can create two different tastes and two different textures from the same ingredient. You know, we can put in a little Creole seasoning now, let this saute for a while. And you know what's great with this dish is that we can make it on the stovetop, but then we can also slip it in the oven. You know, so if you want to put it together on the stovetop, throw a lid on it, throw a piece of foil on it, slip it in the oven, just the sauce, not with the shrimp in it, and just let it cook. Just let it cook. That way you don't have to worry about it scorching on the bottom by doing it in the oven. The only problem is, summertime, it gets so hot.
Oh, man.
You know?
You're going to have to get one of those portable air conditioners to bring into the kitchen. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you may want to saute things for a long time. Other times we may want to saute things for a short time. So now we can get the rest of our Trinity in. And you can see that it's a different texture than what we started with earlier.
Yeah.
Just a couple of minutes makes such a big difference. All right? So do you like Creole?
Oh, man. Look, my grandmother, my mother, they all had recipes for shrimp Creole. I know your grandmother did.
Yeah, you know, and every time it was a little different. Sometimes they'd use canned tomatoes, sometimes they used fresh tomatoes. Hey, all depends on what you have, baby.
So what's your favorite shrimp dish? Shrimp gumbo? Barbecue shrimp? Or how about coconut shrimp? Well, just like Fats Domino, we are walking to New Orleans this morning, serving up a dish that's shrimply the best. It's the Prince of Prawns, Chef Kevin Belton's recipe for a Crescent City classic, shrimp Creole.
Now, you know that's going to be stuck in my head for I don't know how long now.
Shrimply.
Shrimply the best.
Do it again, that was good.
Shrimply the best.
I love it. Well, it is.
Yeah. So we staggered our vegetables in, all right? Instead of putting them all in at once, we staggered them. Let's get in some garlic. Let's get a lot of garlic. Now,
I can really smell it. Ooh, yeah.
Now this is where you have decisions to make, okay? Do you put a roux in the Creole or not? There have been times while this is sauteing, I'll take a little butter and flour and cook it to a peanut butter color, just to where that flour toasts a little bit. But here, I'm just gonna take some flour. And I started with a stick of butter. But I'm just gonna toss some flour in, and we're just gonna saute this for a while. Now, it's not really gonna toast it, but I do wanna get rid of this floury taste. Because I just find that, especially if you're using fresh tomatoes that you just dice up, they're gonna have that extra liquid. So you need something to give that body, you know, to kind of absorb it so your sauce isn't running, it has a little body to it.
Kind of like roux in a few.
He'll be here all week, gang. But yeah, it's just it's just one of those things where you don't need a dark roux, but you want to get rid of that floury taste, and you also want to have a little bit of a little bit of toasted taste on the flour. Just a tiny bit. So, tomato paste. I just open both ends of the can and push it through.
Well, it's going to give it the really, really good shrimp Creole color that you see.
Yeah, and it gives it that nice depth of flavor. You know, you want this tomato paste. I like it we don't want it to burn. We definitely don't want it to burn. But we want this to caramelize just a little bit. Also with tomatoes, and this is something where, you know, everybody's a little different. You know, Grandma always used to put a little sugar in her tomato gravy or red gravy to help cut the acidity in the tomatoes. Well, here, we're gonna throw in some bay leaves, but what I have brown sugar.
Brown sugar, the secret ingredient.
Yeah, you don't have to tell anybody, you know? And you know, Louisiana cooking is truly, what do I feel like today? Because there's some days where I make a red gravy or that tomato sauce where I like it a little extra sweet.
Our recipe this morning is as spicy as the 1958 movie King Creole, starring the King, Elvis Presley. And a lot of it was filmed in New Orleans. And our King Creole, Chef Kevin Belton, is serving up his take on a Creole dish that was developed in the New Orleans area. It's a true Crescent City classic, shrimp Creole. Man, you can smell it in the kitchen, man.
Oh, I know, huh?
Woo!
So here, and this is where you decide, what do you want to use? Tomato sauce, diced tomatoes. I'm using crushed tomatoes. But I also sometimes will take fresh tomatoes and dice them up. But I find that I really need to let that cook down for a while. So I wanted to do this dish, you know, where summer camp going on, you get home from work, they get home from camp, where you don't really need to take that long to get this together.
This is really relatively easy dish to prepare. I mean, you get this on the table in what, 45 minutes?
If it's shorter than that even, you know? It's all about sauteing off those vegetables, letting that flour cook for a little bit, caramelizing your tomato paste for a few minutes. Now, see how thick this is? And this has some body. And we did the brown sugar in it, okay? But now, here, all we need are our shrimp to go in the cook. Gulf shrimp, peeled into vein. You know, it's whatever size shrimp you have at home, that's the one to go with. But our shrimp just need to go in here long enough to cook. But the thing is, I want this thicker here because our shrimp, as they cook, are gonna give off some liquid.
Yeah.
So if you start off with a thin sauce and you put raw shrimp in, you're gonna need, your sauce is really gonna be runny. So if you like a thin sauce, go ahead and just cook your shrimp off. Saute them in a skillet, pot of boiling water, blanch them for just a couple of minutes to get your shrimp cooked. Now you're putting in your thin sauce shrimp that are already cooked. And that way they just have to reheat. They don't have to cook, and you don't have to worry about extra liquid coming out of the shrimp to loosen up your sauce some. So instead of adding extra stock, we're gonna rely on some of the liquid coming out of the shrimp to help loosen our sauce a little bit.
Yeah, my grandmother's shrimp Creole, hers was always a very light sauce.
Yes.
The light sauce. But I've tasted some other ones that had a thicker, like a thicker sauce.
If you're gonna make it, I like this nice, rich, deep, thick sauce. I don't know, that's just me. Look, we can hit a little parsley and green onion in here now while our shrimp cook. And then we can put some in right at the end. But of course, we're just gonna serve this over some wonderful, wonderful supreme rice.
The best rice in Louisiana. It's one of the great lines from the movie Forrest Gump when Bubba Blue said, "Shrimp is the fruit of the sea." And one of his favorite dishes was shrimp Creole. we've got a classic shrimp Creole recipe that everybody at the Bubba Gum Shrimp Company would love. It's a creation of the leader of our crew of Rouge, Chef Kevin Belton. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Look at this, baby. Oh, God, look at that. How long has that been cooking for?
What, we've gotten through this in, what, 20 minutes, maybe?
Quick and easy, man.
If that.
Quick and easy Creole. Love it.
Come on, come on. Come on, shrimp. Come on, shrimp. Get there.
That's classic, man. That is classic.
Here, you go ahead and remember, we sauteed down the Trinity. Then we threw in to that Trinity a little bit of Creole seasoning. We went with our tomato paste, let that just kind of cook for a while.
The shrimp are cooked absolutely perfect. And
yeah,
I tell you
and
what,
they don't take long. They really don't take
you know
that
what
long.
really cuts through that tomato? The brown sugar.
Yes.
Oh man, and it's subtle. It's a
Yes.
subtle sweetness, but you don't have the sort of stark tomato taste. It's
Yeah,
very it's smooth.
I don't know, for some reason that brown sugar is just a smoother taste when in tomato sauces, as opposed to, because you need a little something to help cut the acidity. Okay, so we sauteed down the vegetables, put in some garlic. We went in with a little flour, then the tomato paste, then the brown sugar, and then we went in with crushed tomatoes.
And in the aftertaste, the spice level, you get it on the afterbite. It's, oh man.
Yeah, yeah, and you can always, right before you get ready to serve this, give it a taste, okay? Now, of course, we serve this over, I'm using the parboiled rice, and I always cook my rice in a tiny bit of chicken stock, just so there's a little flavor to it, you know, not heavy, but I like that there's flavor underneath as well as on top.
Do we have to share this with the newsroom?
No, we don't. I mean, if y'all don't tell the newsroom we're in here,
Don't tell them.
because they won't smell it. Because we know y'all are shrimply the best, like he said. So don't tell them. And it'll be more shrimp crew for you. Y'all come on over.
For more on this recipe and all of Chef Kevin's Good to Eat recipes, head to the Good to Eat page at WBRZ.com. Shrimp Creole, you're gonna love it, just like Grandma used to make. What a treat.
You hit the jackpot, baby, with this Creole Gold. It's tasty and spicy and so good to eat.